Do you wake up in the morning never ready to face the day? Decision making, kids complaining, man, you just can't catch a break. Seems like you're sleepwalking, falling, dwelling on the past, paralyzed, family ties, wishy-washy friends. How do you elevate, step motivate, reevaluate your plans? First be for real, get out them bills, rebuild your confidence. So keep your head up, gotta stay heavy on yourself, don't get them lights, time to get your life so we can guide this generation.
Watch that hate turn to emulation, grab your freedom, be a leader with the boss queen. Hey, welcome to the queen.
Watch that hate turn to emulation, grab your freedom, be a leader with the boss queen. Hey, welcome to the queen of gold. We are lit, baby. Welcome to the Get Your Life Show. Cause we be lit all day, every day. And I'm so grateful that the WPTP has brought me to this platform. They brought my show. They saw my vision and they want to bring it to life. Because the Get Your Life Show is just all about making sure that you respect yourself, you love yourself, and we all want people to just practice love and not hate. Point blank, period. So the queen is gonna show you how to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I done been where you was at. I done been at that point where I didn't love myself and I didn't want to, respect everybody and I because I didn't respect myself. Point blank, period. So I'm here to teach y'all how I got over that, how I broke the shackles, and I want everybody else to do that too. Because if you loving everybody and you not hate nobody, then you're not gonna hate on the queen because the queen gonna make the moves regardless. I'm gonna make the moves regardless. So I'm gonna need you to make some moves too, so you don't hate on me. All right, bet. Period. So first off, I want to start by acknowledging my sponsors. So we're gonna go ahead and acknowledge WPTP. I want to tell y'all right now, my dog, your son Don, who is that's his Facebook name, your son Don. Period. He was my angel in the background. He was working for me and was telling Dr. Eleanor Woods, hey, this girl right here has a vision and she wants you to definitely to broadcast that. So he was the one that actually put my show out there and told her that this girl has the drive and the willpower to make it happen. And he brought me onto this platform. So I thank your son Don for that. And also Dr. Woods, I love you. You period. You my soul sister. You the best. Period. I love you. And I want to acknowledge them. I want to acknowledge, all the engineers, Mike, Gil, everybody. Like, thank y'all so much for choosing the Queen Bree to come on this platform and be here so that I can get my word out. I can get people to start loving themselves and respecting themselves. And that's on period. Okay. And of course, I got to thank God. I got to thank God, y'all, because without God speaking to me, I wouldn't be able to speak to y'all. Period. So God, thank you so much for putting me into this platform and allowing me to speak to my people in the way that I can, because I just do my small little part. All I can do is my small little part. You know what I'm saying? If it reach you, it's teach you. Period. All you gotta do is view, and then you're gonna laugh, you're gonna learn, you're gonna get everything you need to get. And that's on period. Okay. And also, I still want to acknowledge my dog Shatiki Douglas. She does still sponsor my podcast, Touched by Tiki. She holds the events out here, so don't forget the book, baby. If you need a baby shower, you got a wedding going, a grave blanket, book with my girl Shatiki. And also Miss Janae Cheyenne, who has Kamlani's Kitchen. Now she's gonna be over there. I forgot the neighborhood, but she's actually going to be doing her Kamlani's Kitchen out of the store now. I'm going to have to figure that out. But shout out to Kamlani's Kitchen. She still sponsors me as well. So I want to give out big ups to her as well. So, Get Your Life Show is basically going to be in different segments. So I usually do the Dear Queen Diary segment, which I'm going to do today. And I have my two guests, my two beautiful queens. Thank y'all so much for joining me. So, and we're going to be discussing the topic on get your mental health, because there's some crazies out there. It's some crazy people out there. And we just need to acknowledge that. We don't need to just keep on shadowing them out of the way. They really do be having mental health problems going on. And we need to really love on them, y'all. Like it's not about just putting them in the shadows. We really need to actually acknowledge that they have a problem and get down to the root cause. So I got my girls. I got my queens here. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce them, Miss Bethany Bennett and Miss Rosetta Greer. Thank y'all so much for joining me. So first, Miss Bethany Bennett, tell people your platforms and what you do.
Okay, yes. I am by trade a career in sales life insurance agent.
Period.
But I'm also the founder of BB Life Consulting, which is a school that uses tools such as the Enneagram of the Chief Feature to help individuals become more aware of themselves.
Yes, beautiful. And Miss Greer, tell us about you and your platforms.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for having me.
I love you.
I've been in hibernation a little bit, so it's really beautiful to come out and support someone like yourself. So
You're the
I'm proud
best.
of you, and it's beautiful to be here. Thank
Thank
you for having
you.
me.
Of course.
I'm Rosetta. A lot of people know me as Rosetta Empowers, and my direct purpose in this realm is to continue to bring permanent positive change in a mindset so
Mm,
one can continue to be their best version of themselves no matter what they go through in this journey. So
yes.
my job is a little bit all around the world. It's industry is not to be contained or limited. I work with every individual in
Mhm.
this on this planet. So if it's your children, your family, yourself, your partner, whatever it is, like I'm all about the soul, I'm all about the person. So I consider myself a soulologist, and I study the
Yes.
soul, and I use different aspects of human principles to bring forth that knowledge of our soul. So that's who I
I
am.
love it, girl. And just her talking just brought so much peace to my heart, y'all. Like, she's the whole movement. I have to let y'all know about these two individuals. We all been knowing each other since literally middle school, almost. Like, I've been knowing Bethany since middle school and since
Middle
high school.
school.
Middle school,
Middle school.
girl. Listen, and we've all just watch each other grow, and we went through the pitfalls together. You know what I mean? Of course, but we just steadily watch each other grow, and we help each other grow. You know what I mean? Like Bethany, she just always been a light to me. Always been a light. Always kept me going. And Rosetta was my life coach at one point. So she, man, I'm telling you, she brought me back from a very dark place.
Bless you.
Yeah,
Bless you.
man, Rosetta, if it wasn't for you, baby, I'm just telling you right now. So y'all definitely need to, if you need any type of consulting or just need to feel a good spirit, Rosetta Empowers is her Facebook. That's where you will get so much love and so much light. I'm telling you. And also Bethany too. Bethany is a life coach. She don't like to talk about it. She don't like to talk about it, but she's actually a life coach as well. With her Enneagram, I learned a lot from the Enneagram. Not too many people usually feed into the Enneagram because they don't know a lot about it.
Mhm.
But it's actually a personality. It's like a personality test. It'll give you whatever you're hindering, whatever personality disorder you're going through, or whatever hinders you from being the best person you are. She will actually tell you the tools that you need to grow and the tools that you need to move forward. So that's actually a big thing. Some people don't want to do it because you don't want to hear the truth. You don't be want to hear the truth about yourself, but you have to hear the truth sometimes in order to grow. Like, that's the biggest thing. And so I'm going to get on to the questions, but I do want to shout out to the viewers, because if y'all are viewing, I got some prizes. Yes, on the first show, I'm going to give out some prizes. So my girl Rosetta did bring a book, and I'm telling you, the seven realms of ascension.
That's
If
right.
you don't get your life with the seven realms of ascension, I don't know how to help you. I don't even know how to help you. So I'm gonna be giving away that book, and also she did bring me some beautiful jewelry that I will be giving away to two lucky viewers who will respond in the viewers engagement question. So I go ahead and ask that to my viewers, and then I ask it to my guests here. So, what do you feel is the biggest thing affecting a person's mental health today? So that's my viewer engagement questions. The first two people to answer, hey Christy, that's look, she got, you just know you gonna win something, girl. I love you. That's my dog. So yeah, what do you feel is the biggest thing affecting a person's mental health today? I need for y'all to comment and ring in on that. Bethany, we'll start with you. What do you feel is the biggest thing that's affecting a person's mental health today?
I think it's an obvious statement, just recovering from the pandemic that we just went through.
The pandemic. Yes, I agree. I agree. Shine some more light on that. Like, how do you feel like that put people? Like, what situation did that put some people? Because we did
Um,
get the stimmies. Now that I know I got the stimmy. You know, so
I
I was
think,
good.
yeah, we did get the stimulus checks, but it did still put a lot of people in a financial bind. A lot of
Right.
people had to change their career paths altogether.
True. Amen.
Just it made people be in a position where they had to really sit with themselves, which
Right.
is necessary, but it can also cause a lot of anxiety if someone doesn't have the appropriate tools to get through that.
That's
process.
deep. That's deep. Rosetta, what would you think? What
Can you
affected
repeat the question for me? I want to
Absolutely.
be like super authentic with it.
Absolutely. What is the biggest thing affecting a person's mental health today?
Well, this is a good question because every individual is ultimately different, but we do notice massive situations that can affect us as a whole. And one of the things that I feel like is really messing with the mental health is instant gratification. So the idea of instant gratification is heavily pushed through things like what we're using right now, right? So the virtual world, I like to call it a dream inside of a dream, and that has, scaled in numbers and went from $1 million corporations to $1 billion corporations, even with things like the pandemic happening.
Right.
It helped and pushed the social media, the things that provide instant gratification.
Amen.
And a lot of us are on social media.
Right.
As much as I don't like to use social media, I do understand that I have a platform to speak. And so I use it for the better good, but even in that's taxing to the energy. It's taxing to your mind. And when you really think about the mental, you're talking about your mind. You're talking about who you are as an individual and what you feel when no one else is around you, and that's your own true self. And once you step outside of your doors every morning, out of your bedroom door, you have children, you have a partner, you have friends, family, whoever's living in your home before you even get to the world, right? So we go into these spaces called, the virtual world. We go into these spaces and it's training us for instant gratification because we don't want to come out of ourselves. So we rather lay in a bed and be on the phone all day, and that is messing with us because I asked the question on my page a few days ago. What are we doing? What did we do when we didn't have phones? Adult relationships, not me as a kid. I remember what I did when I was a kid. I didn't think about responsibilities that adults do. I want to know, what did adults do without it, And I think instant gratification, it makes us have a lot of things that creates more chaos for our world. We want this so fast. We want a response so fast. And life doesn't work that way.
Man.
So that's my idea of what's keeping us from really moving forward.
Ultimate, I so agree because when the pandemic started, that's all of a sudden TikTok came out, and now we're doing like TikTok dances with our kids and stuff like that, and we're looking for that instant gratification. Like, who liked it? Who always like who commented? Yeah, so
seeing people like with their up and comings, all their wins, and oh my goodness, it's people crazy. Think it's supposed to happen so fast now, and that's not the reality, and it's literally forcing us to fight or flight.
I agree. Ooh, fight or flight, girl. That's a big thing with mental health. Yeah, because it's one or the other. Like, you are gonna fight or flight. And I'm the type of person I used to flight. I used to flight, girl. I'm moving to Utah. I'm gone. But now I see that when you're going through a storm, you literally have to go through it. You literally have to go. If you stick in it, like, you're gonna stay in that storm. Like, you're gonna stay there, girl. You taught me that. You taught me that. Like, you're gonna stay in that storm if you don't ride through it, baby. Because eventually the sun gonna shine.
It's
gonna shine. That storm don't last forever, baby, at all. Okay, I see my mom. What's up? Okay, I can't see that. I'm so blind. Past experience is good. Okay, so Christy and my mama won, y'all. So Christy and my mama got their prizes. So past experiences. Okay, that's a good one, actually. So what would you say about past experiences, Bethany, if that's going to affect someone's mental health, like childhood trauma type stuff?
Right. So, I mean, past experiences is what I consider something that was impressed upon somebody.
Yes.
And it generates a ideology of how they feel like things are going to be in the future. So they feel like if something triggers that same response, they were hurt there. So they're responding usually out of hurt and pain. And so, it just creates an ongoing cycle over and over again instead of them realizing that the past experience is just the past and acknowledge it for what it is and be able, and put themselves in a position where they're able to respond to the current things that are going on versus react based on the trauma.
Absolutely. What do you say about that, Ms. Rosetta? Ooh, I know, girl. That's deep. That's deep.
It is. Past experiences are really deep. It's so I just heard something on my way here. I was driving here and I heard, oh my goodness, they said, if you control the final result, the journey and the details of that journey is no longer relevant. So
love it.
I feel like with past experiences, for me, it's almost like we're in this past space and we're constantly waking up and living in the past, but we're forgetting the moment. So
right, absolutely.
the past, I think the past experiences keep us from living, like Bethany said, it keep us from thriving, it keep us from really going forward. So I feel like when we're stuck in the past, it really dampers our experiences of the now.
Right.
So when it comes to, is the past experience one of the reasons why? Is it, or is it your inability to move forward and let go? Absolutely. So I want to bring that into awareness because the past is where most 99% of the people live.
They do, and I feel like they use that as a crutch sometimes.
It is a crutch.
Yes,
because the past is literally a crutch.
And I want to add to that.
Please.
They're either in the past or they're in the future. In two places that don't exist, right?
Yep. Okay. Why you live in the present? Yes, live in the present, baby, because you're missing out on the good things if you living in the past, and then you're trying to predict the future. That's no way you can do that. It's no way. I love that. Good one, mama. Yes. Because I was that type of person that would live in the past and would dwell on the past and would try to bring up stuff in the past and blame people. No. I literally realized if I don't break that shackle, I wouldn't be able to enjoy my present with my kids and with my family. Like, I want to enjoy them in the now. So forget the past. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's hard to forgive who hurt you. It's hard to forgive. But you know what I'm saying? You really have to do that for you. You have to do that for you because that's going to ultimately affect your mental health. If you keep on dwelling on the past and keep on dwelling on who hurt you, okay, yeah, I promise you they don't even care no more. I promise you they don't even care no more. They probably not even thinking about how much they hurt you. You keep thinking about it, and that's what's hurting you. So we have to definitely get a hold of that and break that shackle for the past so that we can live a brighter future and live a better now. Like point blank, just be happy in the now. Yes, I see all the comments. I see who's that? Deborah Crusher today, right? Okay, loving it, y'all. Thank y'all so much for viewing. Yes, you're right, Ms. Bree. Period, sis. Period, Christy. I love you, boo. Thank you so much for viewing. So, and ultimately, how do you define mental health? How would you define mental health in your own words, Miss Bethany?
So the way that I would define mental health is, I hate to state the obvious, but not being in the present moment. So it's the things that keep us out of the present moment is what is our considered our mental health, whether it's, I guess we could say healthy mental health is being present. Unhealthy mental health is allowing things like the past and the future and prevent us from being present, like and really it's like a journey or process that you have to go through to see what causes you to be outside of the present moment.
Okay, I like that. Definitely. How would you define it?
So I want to add to what Bethany said because I define it as that, I just like to go a little deeper and I like to crawl out of myself.
Okay.
So mental health is understanding and knowing that you are sovereign within yourself.
Okay. Word I gotta look up.
Understanding and knowing that you are sovereign within yourself, and it's your responsibility to take care of that truth, So you are your first doctor. I always tell people before you call on anything outside of yourself, go to the mirror. Look directly in the mirror. So mental health is understanding and knowing that you are sovereign within yourself and your choices. Sovereign. Oh, okay. That's a good question. So sovereign is basically a free person. You're free.
Okay.
And when you're sovereign within yourself, nothing in the world controls you.
That's how
and you don't need a book to tell you that. You don't need anyone to tell you that. You know that within yourself, just as a baby know that they're breathing, just as a baby know they're hungry. It's the divine intelligence inside of us. And when we understand that, let me break down that divine intelligence. The blood that's pumping through your veins, and you cannot feel it right now. You can't feel that. That intelligence is divine, and we cannot let ourselves go against it. Right. So when you know you're sovereign and you understand that you are truly in control of your choices, you choose every single moment you breathe, the direction and narrative of your day, of your life.
I love
so
it.
For me, mental is a responsibility to yourself. You're responsible for it and no one else, first and foremost.
Girl, you just gave me chills. Did y'all feel that? Did y'all feel that? Oh my God.
Agreed.
Yes, Lord. Thank you. Because, baby, you have to be in control of your own mental health. Man, that's the biggest. Whew, I got chills about that. Yes, that's real because I just learned to control my emotions. Because if I let somebody else control my emotions, I don't have control of my mental health.
That's
I don't
right.
have control of me. I'm not sovereign.
That's
I'm gonna
right.
start using that word now. I know what I
Yes.
mean. I'm not
Yes.
free. You know what I'm saying? And in order to break free, you have to have that discipline. You have to have that control. Like even if somebody's making you mad, somebody making you upset, somebody did you dirty, guess what, man? You have the control to walk away. You really have that control to walk away. And to be honest with you, of course you're gonna kind of think about it like, dang, he did me a little dirty. He did me dirty, whatever, or she did me dirty. But it's your control to actually walk away and just love yourself at the end. Like, I deserve better. I know I deserve better, so I'm gonna walk away. Or you're gonna go to jail. Either one. Like, come on now, we don't want to choose that.
Or exude love and righteousness right there in that space.
Yes, just choose it right there. Like, part ways amicably. You can literally amicably part from a fight. You can literally get away from a fight amicably. Because I choose love in the end of the day. Like, I don't even choose anger no more. Like, that was me. Y'all know I'm a Gemini. and that other, I try to control that other side to a T. I do not want that other side to come out because that means you got control of me. That means you got control of
That's right.
my emotions, and I don't want that.
And I want to add accountability.
Accountability.
Yes,
You better add it,
accountability,
girl.
because I want to say that for the sake of, I like to look out for the individuals who help people deal with their mental health. Because sometimes you do need someone to assist you, right? So that's why you have life coaches and therapists and counselors and all these individuals. And I just want to add accountability because as someone who sits on that side of the fence and as a person I'm an individual that's a human as well, right?
Right.
I understand that in every way of my life, I have to be accountable because the truth can come to my face, but I have to be accountable.
Amen.
So mental health is accountability as well.
Woo!
And a lot of people don't want to be that.
You are preaching. And the accountability is the hardest thing to face because we don't want to take the blame.
That mirror.
We don't want to take the blame, baby.
I say if everybody is accountable for themselves, then everybody is accounted for.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen. I love it.
Can you say that again?
If everyone is accountable for themselves, then everyone is accounted for.
Come on now.
Yes.
Now you almost to your purpose. But you really about to find your purpose because now you your true self. You're being your true self. You're actually accepting your flaws.
Yes.
And now it's time for you to actually reveal who you truly are. Like, point blank period. We go around lying to ourselves. Y'all lying to yourself on Facebook, man. Come on now, hiding behind all that the smoke and mirrors when you really need to just take accountability for your wrongdoing. Yeah, you messed up in that relationship. Okay, own up to it. Own up to it and then have a better one. Let's do that. That's how you come to God. Don't you come to God and tell him everything that's wrong, everything that you did wrong, everything that you want to correct. You come to him that way and be vulnerable. Point blank period. And boom, he washing away everything. He gonna wash away all of that. Everything that you did is in the past now. Let's move forward. Point blank. I love that. Accountability. Let me write that down, y'all. Accountability. I'm sorry, I gotta write that down for my notes. I love it. I love it. Well, have you ever been in a stage where you were mentally unhealthy, Bethany?
Of course.
Okay, tell us about that.
Well, I mean, I grew up with a lot of trauma, just a lot of domestic violence, a lot of moving around, no stability. So I really didn't have any structure, any foundation, or anything to glean from. And so I had to do what Rosetta said. Like I had no choice but to look in the mirror and look at myself and realize, yeah, that was my past, and yeah, that's what happened. But I'm accountable for what's going to happen moving forward. I am the person that has the paintbrush, and I can paint this life the way that I choose.
Right.
And so, and sometimes it gets hard. But in those times, I remember that is as long as I'm in the present moment, I'm okay. It only gets hard when I start to stray away from that moment, and I look at the things that are coming up and the worries and worry does nothing but waste time.
It does.
You know, I found myself sitting around worrying. And not only is it's actual physical time, you may spend 2 or 3 minutes worrying, but it's also taking up mental capacity that I could be using to create something better for myself.
I love it.
So
Absolutely. I agree. And you definitely have grown to be a beautiful woman, by the
Thank
way.
you.
Like I've seen,
Yes.
man, I've seen you go through the worst and you literally came out of it like a bullet. You understand me? Like literally grew,
Thank
got
you.
her master's, y'all. She got her master's. She made sure her kids are involved in things and their minds are full and they're not idle. Like she's an awesome superwoman. And I just want to
Thank
commend
you.
you.
Yes.
Period. Okay, and Miss Rosetta, have you ever been in a state of being mentally unhealthy?
So, these are some really good questions. I love them. Mentally unhealthy. What is that?
Yes.
I want to challenge us and I want to say, what is that?
Yes.
Is it true?
Mhm.
Is what I'm going through truly unhealthy?
Ooh,
So I feel
okay.
like I believe that it's an everyday thing.
True enough.
Like every moment of my existence, like from when I woke up this new light, what did I experience?
Okay.
It's always going to be a challenge. It becomes unhealthy when you don't let the challenge grow you, when you don't let the challenge expand your mind. And that's when you start limiting yourself and you begin living in stagnation. So I want to say, no, I don't experience mental unhealthiness because I'm always adamant about keeping my mind healthy.
Amen.
So when I see a challenge, I don't see it as an unhealthy space because I have the right to question what I experience that's unknown to me,
She's so strong, y'all.
Like I have a right to question what I experience that's unknown to me. I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
Am I unhealthy for saying, what is that?
Right. No.
Who are you, right?
Yeah.
And I think the world limits us and put us in certain conditions to think, this is what it is. And there's a lot of reasons why I chose the path that I was on. I denounced a lot of things. I let go of a lot of beliefs and ideas because they started limiting who I was as an individual and made me think I was unhealthy.
Right.
But all along I was healthy.
Come on.
My mind was right.
My goodness.
It's a conditioning. So I had to that question is just so like it's unreal for
me.
me.
Let me reword it. Have you ever found yourself in a stagnant place?
Woo. Listen, I am not from this planet. I don't know where I'm from. I'm not perfect by any means. Okay. Because remember I told you we have those challenges. Absolutely. But I don't stagnate. I've been like this since I was a little girl.
You always been a go.
Yeah, I just
really have.
I just don't believe in sitting because I for one I'm as a leader that I didn't choose to be, right? Yeah. I was told I was a leader since I was in elementary. Okay. I remember being
she was doing hair in 6th grade, y'all.
I was making like $90 a week off that.
She was doing hair in 6th grade.
But I'm not saying it to say like I'm not experiencing challenges because I want you to understand I do experience challenges that are unknown to me, but I don't believe in sitting in that. And I think I'm like this for people who don't understand that, right? So because there are a lot of humans that don't have the level of wisdom that I carry on the outside, because the wisdom is in all of us. Amen. But it takes a lot of work to carry it through your actions, So I do the work at home and I fix my every day, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you come to me and when they come to me and when someone comes to me, I've done the work so much on myself that I can truly speak from experiences. Because I believe we should only speak what we know. Absolutely. And a lot of people talk about things that they know nothing about.
They do.
So when you say mentally stagnations or unhealthy, listen, y'all, it's a journey. We're gonna all experience things that we never experienced before. So just be easy with yourself and don't allow yourself to be stuck by being honest and being willing to grow. And I'm willing to grow. The world is big.
Okay.
The world is too big to be stuck in one place. It's a world out here, and I got Paris to visit. Hello. I have Indonesia to go to, Fiji to live on. You feel me? Like we got stuff to do, and if we stay stuck, we stay in the house and we never explore the world. So I'm just adamant. You can consider me like this is my profession, so to speak. Like you have a boxer and they train every day. Well, I'm a soulologist, so I train my soul every day.
And you train other souls.
There we go. And I just do it through living.
Yes.
I don't know nothing. I don't know anything, right? I just know what I live.
I love it. Girl, just you being here just bringing me so much peace. I just feel so peaceful. No, but seriously, like Rosetta, I do have to commend you because yes, you have always been that light. I met her and choir, Mr. Collins. Shout out to Mr. Collins, Brainer High.
Mr. Collins, if you're hearing this, I finally did it. I'm making some music now.
Okay, beautiful music.
Yes.
And she can sing, baby. Like you wear many hats. You wear many hats. People don't know that she can sing, do hair, and preach all in the same house. All in the same house. Like you wear many hats. And I remember that at a time where I had to lean to you because I didn't know where I was going. I truly didn't know where I was going. I was in the darkest space ever. I fled. I didn't fight. I fought. So then I leaned towards Rosetta, and she was like, "You can literally create a totally different way. You can starting today. You can create a totally different way for your family and your life just by starting over and doing right." And it literally clicked on me that day. It was like, you know what? I can. Like I can literally manifest what I want. Yep. And guess what? I'm here, y'all. All that manifestation brought me here, and I did not stop. I fought.
Yes. I feel like we need to do an applause for that one.
Thank you. Yes.
Shout out to Bree.
Thank y'all. Like I literally fought through it because I just really got tired of being stagnant. I got tired of being stagnant and living on the past and dwelling on stuff that no longer exists. Like, and I really want everybody who's listening to know that the past doesn't define you. Please understand that the past is no longer you. Like I promise you, God has already forgiven everything that you thought you done and everything you still feel bad about. God already forgave you. He waiting on you to call him. He's waiting on you to call on him so that he can progress your life, so that he can make your life better. So all you have to do is put that problem in his hands and do the work. Do the work towards your purpose, baby. I started off with in my house, technical difficulties every day. Now I got Mike and Gil, got me looking good on here. Okay, like I had technical difficulties every day, but I fought through it, baby. And all my viewers who are still watching, who still support me, thank y'all for following me through my journey. Because baby, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. I thought about giving up all the time, but I didn't. It's always angels working behind the scenes that are going to help you get to where you want to go. So definitely shout out to Rosetta, my girl Bethany, for definitely keeping me afloat. And WPTP, I love y'all. Okay, so I do have one last question though, because I know some of the viewers are wondering, like, how do you get through a bad time? How do you get through that dark space? So what are some things that you can do to help improve someone's mental, health? Someone's mental well-being when they're in a bad spot? What are some things that you do?
Okay, yeah, sure. So once again, we got to remember, as we define mental health in a negative way, is not being in the present moment. So you have to figure out what is causing you to not be in the present moment. So some of the tools that you can do is practice what we like to call self-observation, where you just kind of watch yourself, like just really pay attention to yourself. And over a period of time, it'll grow. So you may be able to hold that attention on yourself, maybe a few seconds. We just gonna be real about it. But it will get better, and then you'll start to pinpoint, okay, somebody said something to me that didn't sit well with me, and I wasn't strong enough to voice my opinion about it, and that caused me to be out of the present moment. You'll start to see those things, and so over a period of time, it will begin to get better. Right. So that's the way
give
that
it
I would
time.
say.
Amen. Because I promise everything is better with time.
Yeah, right. That's right.
What do you think, Rosetta?
No.
You so silly.
I'm silly, y'all. My voice is so deep today.
It's so beautiful. It's so okay, good right here.
It's moving me.
So, what I've done, what I can suggest is let me tell you what I've done. I remember I said I don't like to stay stuck too long. Like I can only be in observation because you have to analyze, and sometimes you can get analysis paralysis though,
Whoa, define that.
Analysis paralysis is when you get stuck on analyzing a situation too long. Okay. And that's before you're living in the past. Oh. So 99% of the humans are living in analysis paralysis. Yeah. So I don't like analysis paralysis. I don't even want to know what it feels like. Right. So I literally will tune out the entire world.
Yeah.
Like I would tell my partner, my children, get back. I gotta
Mm.
go deal with me really quick. Like I need some
That's a big
time.
thing. That's a
And
big
you know, I
thing.
think a lot of times we're scared to take up for ourselves. We're scared to be honest about what we feel. So
Yeah.
I think for me, what I've learned to do to constantly support my mental health journey is always be honest with myself
Mhm.
and be honest with the people that are around me. You
Right.
know, and be honest in a way where it's not toxic for both of us. Right.
Exactly.
So that honesty has to have harmony, you know.
Mhm.
So I have to make sure that I consider that human being self. I have to consider that they're an individual. So how you treat people and how I treat myself
Ooh.
is one of the biggest things that I found literally keeps my mind clear. Because if I didn't tell you a lie, I don't have to keep making up new ones.
Right.
If I didn't be mean to you, I don't have to go home and be like, oh my gosh, I was too harsh.
Stop all that
Like,
lying.
you know, and a lot of people are living lies.
They
and
truly
so they
are.
go home and they're miserable. And that's why your
Okay.
mind start going in these cycles because you've been constantly living a lie. And a lot of people are doing things every day that they don't want to do for real.
Right.
That's living a lie. So
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like for me, like I think I have learned to be honest, to communicate that,
Even when it hurts.
even when it hurts. And you know what? Honesty doesn't hurt me anymore
Hello.
because I'm open to it.
Yeah.
Like once you make yourself open to the truth, it's like I'm gonna take this because I need it.
Mhm.
And you're real about it. You already know what you need, you know?
You do.
So it don't even hurt for me. And I had to change my paradigm of thinking.
Mhm.
So I had to get out of a lot of impoverishment in my mind.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people suffer with different levels of impoverishment, you know?
True.
And that's a lack of something.
Oh, come
A
on.
lack of
Preach
something.
on that. Because you do, when people don't have something and they see other people have it, then they get into a depression like, I'm supposed to have that. First of all, no. Like, don't ever be jealous of what the next person has. That comparison thing is the devil.
That is a trigger
Come
that
on.
takes you out of the present moment.
Yes.
And so that is something that I'd like to help people go through when we
Mhm.
talk about the ego fixation.
Ooh,
Mhm.
baby.
So yeah, so
Speak more on
it's
the
real-
ego fixation. Speak more on that.
So you know, just like with the envy and the comparison, a lot of times we can, you know, we can say that that's what is the type 4 on the Enneagram
Mhm.
personality.
Ooh.
What happens is they feel like there's something deep down in them that's not right. There's a void. And so when they see somebody else that has something that they feel like is missing, it creates a jealousy or an envy because it's like, well, only if I could have that, you know,
Right,
only
right.
if I could have that, my life would be great. And they go on this fantasy world. And
A lot of themselves.
and some people, we all tend to do this. We all have the capacity to do this,
Mhm.
but sometimes if you fixate there, it will stop your whole process. So for whatever you want to do with your life, that one thing is going to continue to trip you up. And when
Mhm.
you become aware of that, you can be like, oh, okay,
Yeah, you can fix it.
that's happening right now. I'm not going to let this control me today.
Right.
I acknowledge that this is a thing, and you can come over it. You can overcome it. You begin
Mhm.
to overcome them, and then you just become stronger and stronger each time.
Right. So for
Right.
y'all that didn't get that, if you a jealous person, acknowledge that. Acknowledge it. Because jealousy is the ugliest trait. Carrie Hilson said it. Jealousy is, I don't even like the word jealous. If I hear a woman tell me that she's jealous of me, I'm automatically, alarms are up. Like, what? Wait a minute now. Because first of all, you have the capabilities of living in your own purpose. What I got, you don't know what I did to get to where I'm at. You don't know what I went through to get what I got. You have the capabilities to get your own in your own way. It's just my time, boo. Like
And I want to add to that. I want to add that, you know, because I think we know what we go through.
Mhm.
So, you know, you're jealous already. Let me give you something to help you get past jealousy, you know, because I like to get solutions.
I love
Let's just
it.
get to it right now.
Right.
So surround yourself with people who cheer you on. Because I'm going to tell you something.
Amen.
The lack of love breeds hate. So
Woo.
how does hate begin? It begins in spaces such as through the energy of jealousy and envy, right?
Yes.
But when you're surrounded by people that every time you talk to them, they're like, yes, you're awesome, you're so this, you're going to be like walking around already. But that's that outside validation. So I want you to do the same cheering to yourself.
I love it.
You got to cheer yourself on. So surround yourself with loving environments from your bedroom to your home, to your children, to your partner,
Work.
all the way. Like it starts at home. Like you can't
Mhm.
just say, I'm going to hang out with this individual because she has good vibes. your good vibes got to start in your
Yes,
bedroom.
ma'am.
Come
Okay,
on,
so
somebody.
this is why that accountability comes in every single time. I think that's my bottom line.
I love it. I love it. And that's why I like to be a voice, because I tell anybody, hey, you're beautiful, girl. Girl, you got this going. If somebody tell me they jealous of me, girl, you have no reason to be jealous. This is what you got going on. You got this, you got that. Just fixate on that. You know what I'm saying? People should not be down in people, because I'm telling you, that's what makes people feel depressed and all that. If you want to always down somebody, I'm gonna stay away from you. I don't even go around people that's negative and always trying to compare me to other people, because first of all, I'm not them. I'm not them. I'm not trying to be them. I'm just trying to be Bree, the boss queen. That's all I'm trying to be. I don't want to be nothing more, nothing less. But I always try to uplift my queens, like my girl Christy. Every time I see her, hey, beautiful, or my girl V, Javon, that's my sis. That's my Gail. I'm Oprah, she Gail. Like, I boost her like that. Like, we anybody in my circle, I'm gonna boost them, because baby, that negativity, I don't want it even around me. So why would I be negative? Why would I feed off negativity? I want everybody to be positive. I want everybody to be loved and feel like they are, here for a reason, because we are waking up for a reason. Yes. God put us here for a reason. You're not just waking up just to go do drugs. You're not waking up just to go have sex with that dude. You're not waking up for that. That's not your purpose. You waking up for an actual reason, and you need to figure it out, baby. That's why the boss queen here. So keep on continuing to watch, baby. Yes. Now, usually the things that I would do to improve my mental health, I learned how to meditate. Thank you to Rosetta. I truly learned how to meditate. I even incorporated crystals with it and everything like that. I be doing the full body crystal meditation. Like, I'd be laying down like, with the crystals on me. Like, I literally just embody myself with positive thoughts. That's it. If you have to have positive thoughts in your head in order to progress, even if you got a lot of yourself, I look good today, knowing you ugly. No, you have to lie to yourself. Period. Because ain't nobody gonna believe it if you don't. I promise you, your swag and your thoughts in your brain, it resonates to people. It resonates. If you a negative thinker, you gonna resonate negative things. Like, point blank, period. And ain't nobody gonna want to be around you, man. Ain't nobody gonna want to be around no negativity. But you replace those negative thoughts with positive thoughts, and boom, I promise you, your life change. Your life will completely change, baby. I got to teach that to my children, because honestly, when my negative thinking, I kind of incorporated that into them in the past. So now it's like I got to revamp their mindset as well. I have to teach them, hey, keep those negative thoughts out your head and think positive. Point blank, period. That's the only way that you'll get through. What do you think?
I think that's excellent.
Yes, facts.
I think, like, one of the things that, meditation is that moment where you have that conversation in a mirror, whether you have your eyes closed or you're just basically being accountable and you're going through discernment and you're going through whether or not, and then after you meditate, I really like to put myself in action, so I like to do things every day to add to that, such as when people call my phone that I know only come to take from me, or they want to take from me, I'm honest about that. I say, what name do you come in? Yes. I literally ask people that, like, what do you want from me? Like, and because a lot of times people don't know what they even want.
True.
And sometimes people just want your love. Some people want just, and I got the good juju over here, right?
You do, girl.
I can't be passing that out to everybody.
Give it here.
But I only like to give it to people who really ready for it. So that's another thing, like because we ask for a lot of things. I want this. I want to be a billionaire. I want to be free. I want to be beautiful, love, but then we don't do anything to take actions to make that happen, right?
Absolutely.
So we say we want these things, and then when it comes to us, guess what else we do? We reject it. So these are just the act. That's that whole
guilty.
Yeah, like
guilty.
When you say you want something, make sure when it comes before your eyes, no matter how it shows up,
you're ready.
Receive it.
Yes.
Receive it. Like if you said you wanted a house and the house came because somebody lost it in an auction sale or something, you don't say I'm stealing from them. No, that's what you wanted. Exactly. Like we get so caught up in the details. It goes back if the final result is in your control, the journey and the details of that are no longer relevant.
Girl, you speaking to me right now, girl.
So this is that doing the work, because I think a lot of times we could journal, we could meditate, we could pray, we could speak, and I do these things too. But the truth of the matter is, in the moment it happens in your face, what are you choosing to do?
Right.
Your choice.
Facts.
You got to make the good choices, y'all.
Come
what
on.
I would say to that is breathe.
Yes.
Breathe, like you were talking about earlier, someone that may be, experiencing jealousy or envy,
Mm-hmm.
those emotions are going to come up until you get into a habit of not experiencing them. And
Right.
so while you're going through them, once you become so aware of it, it's going to be painful.
It is.
But
Man.
breathe through it. Even when it comes to maybe like your kids and they're fussy, they're kids, breathe.
Amen.
Breathe.
I love it.
The answer is in your breath.
Yes.
Hello.
Deep breaths.
Hello.
Deep breaths.
I love it. And the answer is usually always behind that fear. Whatever you fearing the most, like truth. People fear the truth.
The truth
Yes.
shall set you free.
It will always
Yes.
set you free. The answer is behind that truth. Like you have to be truthful with yourself. Otherwise, baby, you're going to stay shackled.
Yeah.
You're going to stay in jail in your mind. Like, come on now. I hope I'm speaking to a lot of y'all men out here. Like, tell the truth now. Don't be getting with them sticky links. Tell the truth. Come on now. Hey, can y'all cue up my song to play at the end? Okay, period. So I do want to give a quick shout out to Letitia Hi, y'all. She could not join us today. My girl. She had a trip to make, so I understand she gonna be here next week though, so we can talk about more of the mental health as far as our children are concerned. And I see your comment, Miss Woods. Thank you, boo. I love you. You the best. She said, my hair off the chain. I love you, girl. Yes, I wore this wig just for you. I love it. And I want to thank y'all first off for joining me. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you, Miss Bethany and Miss Rosetta. Y'all have always been a light in my life. And I'm so glad y'all shared this platform with me on my first episode of my show. It's just amazing. Like my heart is so fulfilled right now, period. And let me see those gifts because I want to go ahead and show y'all these gifts. Awesome. So we got the 7 Realms of Ascension here by Miss Rosetta Greer. It's a must read. OM Jizzle. Yes. I've already heard it from Bethany that this right here is a game changer. Okay. So I will be giving this out. Let me see who I want to get this to. I'll get this out to Miss Christy. And then we got some bracelets here. Christy and my mom were the first 2 to comment. So we got some semi-precious stone bracelets here. Oh my gosh, these cute. I want one for myself. I might keep this, mama. No, just
shout out to my partner. He makes them.
These are beautiful. And you say these are semi-precious stone. Tell us about these.
So when you heard her mention crystals earlier, this semi-precious stones are the elements of the earth. So those things that are not completely precious, like what they would say diamonds and stuff like that. So it's a step down. Usually things like the amethyst and the crystal quartz and those such. They're from the earth. So if you're a person that wants to really be grounded in your human self, always having an earth near you is always good for you. So that's what the stones are all for. So this is with my children's company. Co-funny with the bracelets.
Yes, shout out to Co-funny. And I'm telling you, her kids are so beautiful. They're all purpose-filled. We already know they're gonna be doing big things out here. Period. Because they mama the super mama out here. She doing big things. That's on gang. Not but yeah, and shout out to Miss Letitia High for not being here, boo. We're gonna definitely have you on next week so that you can get your point across as well. But we're gonna wrap things up. So I want to thank my guests and of course Miss Woods for allowing me with this platform. And I love to wish abundance on people's life. So I have a money melody that I usually sing that I want y'all to put into y'all head because I sing it all day. And the queen got bands. Not just playing. I ain't got that much money. I got that much money. But I don't do nothing but wish abundance and think about abundance in my head, and God just blesses me. So I want to leave y'all with my money melody. And it goes a little something like this. Money flows to me easily. I'll never be broke another day. Money flows to me easily. Check it. Money flows, money come, money go, money jingle, money fold. I know you got a bank roll. Check me out. He trying to fly me out. I gotta get this money. I'ma stay at the house. Oh, Mike checker. Check 1, 2. If you got a bag, holler. Yeah, I do. Hey, Mike checker. 1, 2, 3. If you got a bag, go ahead, give it to the queen. Go. Cause money flows to me easily. I'll never be broke another day. Money flows to me easily. Yes, period. So money flows to you. Always keep that in your head. Rosetta could have sung it better than me, but that's fine. She don't know the song. It's cool.
I got some music coming for y'all.
Okay, period. And y'all know she got them vocals, so please tune in for that. I love you, mama. Thank you, mama. So we can go ahead and cue up my song, period. Because we are lit, baby. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Get Your Life podcast. Tune in every Saturdays, 3 to 4 p.m. because I'm going to be lit, baby. I got more to teach you. Understand that. Listen. I know you're tired of the stress. Look, you woke up, babe, that's bliss. Tell them your whole family they you miss. Look, we don't fear, we just bliss. Yeah, I know you're tired of the stress. Look, you woke up, babe, that's bliss. So tell them your whole family they you miss. Huh? We don't fear, we just flex. Look, do you wake up in the morning never ready to face the day? Decision making, kids complaining, man, you just can't catch a break. Seems like you're sleepwalking, falling, dwelling on the past, paralyzed, family ties, wishy-washy. Friends, how do you elevate, self-motivate, reevaluate your plans? First be for real, get out them pills, rebuild your confidence. So keep your head up, gotta stay heavy on that self-love, get them likes, time to get your life so we can guide this generation. Out. My girl Javon singing. Shout out to Javon. Listen, go. Watch that hate turn to emulation, grab your freedom, be a leader with the boss queen. Hey, welcome to the queendom, go. Yes. Love it.